Hello students! In this session, we will take a look at some easy tips to speak English fluently and confidently. Most students your age can read and write rather well, but when it comes to speaking, they often shy away from it. But speaking English fluently can bring you so many job and networking opportunities. The truth is, people judge you within minutes of meeting you. So, get all the advantages you can to impress the client or your hiring manager. It is absolutely an achievable goal. Every English learner is different, but there are a number of easy ways to improve in a reasonably short period of time. So, in this video, I will share with you advanced, researched, and tried and tested and easy techniques to help you get the edge that you need. So, make sure to watch till the end of this webinar. So, are you ready? I'm your teacher Charisma Wafi and let's get started. The very first tip is to learn in chunks. Now imagine you want to build a house. Imagine you have no experience whatsoever of construction or building. So, if you were told to build this house brick by brick, it might seem impossible and you might even give up before starting. But what if you were able to source ready-to-use doors, walls, windows, and ceiling, and all you had to do was piece them together like a jigsaw puzzle? Would it not make it easier to build a house? So, no need to get frustrated by learning long lists of vocabulary. Instead, learn phrases and groups of words. Look, knowing the meaning of a word is very useful, but knowing in what context the word is supposed to be used is much more important. Take the word thing for example. We know that thing means a nameless object, such as in the expression, a thing for peeling potatoes. However, you will also find this word in ready-made phrases such as the thing is, all sorts of things, there's no such thing as, all very important and common chunks worth remembering. Chunking lets us take very small bits of information and lots of them such as new words and put them together so we have one large thing to remember. To get a bit into science, our brains are naturally designed to see and form patterns. So, in a way, we're doing a favor to our brains by feeding it chunks of information regarding language. And in turn, our brain does a wonderful job and actually remembers those particular chunks. The next tip is to sound well prepared. There are a few common themes that tend to appear in most conversations or interviews. Learn those and you're good to go in most of the situations. Some common topics to get you started include practicing on, talking about yourself, talking about your family, talking about a memorable experience or the biggest challenge in your life, and the aims of your life in general. Here's the cheat code. Prepare 4 to 5 lines on each of these topics and then practice them in front of the mirror. At first, it would feel memorized, but with practice, it will all become very natural. The added advantage of this is that you, this way, develop your own opinion. You learn how to express your opinion and give your ideas on it. There is a famous quote from a person named Christer Rasmussen. Do not let someone else's opinion of your dreams become your reality. Let your vision become your reality. So, how does this apply to you as an English learner? You see, Christer was emphasizing the importance of knowing your ideas, your thoughts, and your dreams. The same is true for you as an English learner, especially when you're speaking about a certain topic. You do not want to wait for someone else to express an opinion about a particular topic and you just sitting there and listening to it, right? You would want to express your own opinion about it. When you express your opinion, you express it very confidently, and that is the key. So again, let your vision become your reality. But first, organize these thoughts in your brain and then express them. So the next step is jam. Not this jam, but jam as in just a minute. Jam is the perfect game to practice, practice, and practice. Remember, practice makes you perfect. So the rule of this game is you will talk about a topic for 1 full minute. You can talk about any general topic such as your friends, family, yourself, or you can answer a question. Once you have the topic, you have to go on for 1 full minute without a pause for more than 3 seconds. Even if you go off topic, just continue. Rule number 2 is that you cannot say the same thing over and over again. Avoid repetition of the same ideas when you're talking about a certain topic. The third rule is no writing while speaking. Just focus on the speaking part of it. To start with, you can use a timer. The timer on your phone would work just fine. Start the timer when you're about to start to speak and then close the timer once 1 minute is over. Let's take an example. Let's say you decide to practice speaking on the topic, my favorite mode of transport. Take out your timer and start it and go ahead and start speaking about your favorite mode of transport. You can cover vast distances in a very short period of time. You can also enjoy the scenic ride and look at the beautiful fields as they pass by. You can also make small talk with the people in the train with you, and it is also very easy on the pocket and economical. Stage 2 of this exercise is where we would build fluency. The first part is making notes. Think back about the speech you prepared on your favorite mode of transportation. Think about what major points you made over there. Let's say the first one was that you can cover major distances. The second thing was that you can meet interesting people. And the third one was the scenic beauty you get to see as you ride along. Once you've written it down, repeat the exercise and set timer and speak again. Now you can refer to your notes. You would notice that now you're speaking with more fluency and are actually providing a lot of information about your points. When the timer hits 1 minute, you stop, and now we move on to stage number 3. Just like in stage 2, you will go to paper and pen, but this time you will add more ideas to your notes. So now, for one final time, you would start your timer, you would refer to your notes, and you would start speaking about your topic. Here's the example again. My favorite mode of transportation is the train. I love traveling on the train for a few reasons. The first one is that it's a very relaxing mode of transportation. Secondly, you get to see very beautiful fields and amazing scenery along the way. But my most favorite part about traveling on the train is the people you meet. You get to interact with a lot of new people and you get to meet a lot of interesting personalities. It is also very easy on the pocket and economical without any long waiting lines. So, for these reasons, I just love traveling on the train and it is my favorite mode of transportation. Don't stop if you're in the flow after a minute. As your fluency improves, you can set the timer to 2 to 3 minutes. You can improve your fluency on any topic using this JAM or JAM exercise. One step further, record yourself. Speak into a voice recorder. This is fantastic for a few reasons. You can listen back to your own recording and identify areas where you think you can improve. Also, if you keep these recordings with you, you can go back to them after a few weeks and actually see how much you've improved. Some of us shy away from listening to ourselves, but trust me, this is a very powerful technique that you can use in order to improve your speaking. It only takes a few minutes, about 10 minutes, but you can see tremendous improvement in your personality, confidence, and the future outlook. Become fluent by practicing just by yourself without any outer help whatsoever. The next step is reading, an important basis for learning sentence formation and also storytelling. Knowing grammar alone doesn't really help much, but knowing how sentences work is very important. Read books. 2 books I recommend: Word Power Made Easy, and it helps explain meanings of the words. The second book is Quick and Easy Ways to Effective Speaking by Dale Carnegie. Great book with simplified concept. Become a fan of reading English books to learn sentence formation, because English fluency includes your ability to tell your story or talk about your personal experiences. Rice Collins says, storytelling is amongst the oldest form of communication. Storytelling is the commonality of all human beings in all places at all times. This is so true. When you learn to tell a good story in English, your communication skills will automatically improve. How? People just love listening to stories. When you are a good storyteller, you would be able to create interactions in English which would further improve your fluency in English. It all begins with reading in sync with other tips that we've shared. The next tip is to read out loud. It's a very powerful tip. Reading silently can help you train your mind in the English language. However, reading out loud will train your tongue in order to speak English properly. You can pick any book, a storybook, or even blog and just start reading the words out loud. In the process of learning to speak English, you should also know if the way you're saying the word is correct. At home, always try to check your pronunciation using Google and try to pronounce things correctly. It'll be very helpful. So, let's wrap up what we've learned in this particular seminar. Can you learn cooking by just memorizing the recipe books? No, you need hands-on experience. Same is the case with language. You need to practice in order to learn English or any other second language. Whatever opportunity you get, speak spoken English to get fluent. No matter how small of an interaction, make sure that you're talking to someone in English, and every little interaction you have in English is a big achievement and you should be proud of your progress. Thank you for watching this webinar. Reach me at charisma.wafi@usa.edu.pk if you have any feedback or questions.